Hello everyone, welcome to NBA Agent channel. Today we will talk about moves and trades in NBA. Is it good for players? Is it good for teams? We will try to find right answers. I think it will be a useful program for NBA fantasy basketball managers. Before we start, don't forget click the like and subscribe button. As you know, this summer has been very active. Many teams made strong moves and I choose most important ones for you. Firstly, I wanna start from New York Knicks. New York signed with Mikal Bridges and they made this move for championship, I think. You know, New York Knicks is one of the popular team in the league. Mikal Bridges is elite level shooting guard and he can create his shot easily. Remember that from last year, Jalen Brunson was alone. New York lived too many injury problems, like Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby. But right now they have Mikal Bridges, and Bridges will help the team for making more score. Second news from New York is Hartenstein. They lost Hartenstein. They tried to make a deal with Hartenstein, but their salary cap didn't allow to make this deal. Then Hartenstein moved to Oklahoma City Thunders. Right now Hartenstein will play with Chet Holmgren and they are very exciting couple under the rim because both of these guys is very good defender and rim protector. Also remember that from last year Hartenstein performance was amazing end of the year. Let's continue from Oklahoma City Thunders. Oklahoma trade Caruso instead of Josh Giddey. Caruso, one of the tough defender in the league. His side stats very amazing, very impressive. Side stats meaning for me it's steal and block absolutely. Starting five of Oklahoma City will be very defensive for next year. I think other teams will have very hard time to make more score against Oklahoma City Thunders. Next news from New Jersey Nets. New Jersey Nets deal with Bojan Bogdanovic and we have too many questions about New Jersey Nets and Bogey. As you know, Mikal Bridges left from the team and there is a chance for pick Cooper Flag for next year draft. I think they don't want to push the teams for win the games. And they have a Cam Thomas as a young talented guard. Nets wants to develop him too much for next year. And right now Bogey's role of the team is unclear, I think. Let's continue from Chicago. As I said, Chicago trade Giddey instead of Caruso. Also DeMar DeRozan left from the team. As you know, Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball have constant injury problems. Only Kobe White left as a creative ball handler. Giddey could help to Chicago about this problem. He has the skills to do these things. I think he will improve himself too much. Let's continue from Denver Nuggets. Denver sends KCP to Orlando and they signed with Russell Westbrook. He is expected to start in starting five with Christian Brown and I think Westbrook will be more productive than last year. I expect a big explosion from Christian Brown because he has a big potential for increase his stats. Next news from Sacramento. Sacramento signed with DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is a big name. He is very big figure for Sacramento. Lack of experience was noticed and they deal with DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan brings one-on-one play option for Sacramento Kings. Maybe it affects Domantas' stats badly, but Sacramento, I think, will be successful with this squad. Let's continue from Dallas. Klay Thompson joined the Mavs as a big name. Klay, one of the elite shooter in the league. And also Dallas game style is about shooting, especially three-point shooting. And he will play with Luka and Kyrie. They are expert about finding open shots. I think Klay Thompson will increase his statistics next year. Dallas made this move for championship, but I think they need to develop his defense performance more. Let's come to Golden State Warriors. Golden State didn't want to give a contract for Klay Thompson. I think coach Steve Kerr wants to play with Podziemski. He trusts him too much, and we should follow Podziemski for next year. And also, Anthony Melton and Buddy Hield joined the Golden State Warriors. I think they will be a good part of the team. Also, I want to leave a note for fantasy basketball managers. Steve Kerr is not stable choosing players, and he's always changing to teams, and we should follow Golden State all of the season. Let's continue from New Orleans. New Orleans was very active in the summer. They deal with DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray is a primary ball handler and scorer, I think. The team needed a player like this. Jose Alvarado and CJ McCollum's profile is not suitable for this role. Also, New Orleans sends Dyson Daniels to Hawks, Valanciunas to Wizards. There is only one question here. Who will play instead of Valanciunas? We have some candidates for this. Trey Jameson, Daniel Tice, or US Missy. We will watch these guys carefully. And now we have come to the most active team. It's Philadelphia 76ers. I prepared in and out list for you, and you can see in the screen now. Yes, left side shows who joined the team, and right side shows who left from the team. Paul George, Andre Drummond, Eric Gordon, Caleb Martin, and Yabusele joined the team. Buddy Hield, Tobias Harris, Nicola Batum, Paul Reed, Mohamed Bamba, and Cameron Payne left from the team. Firstly, I think there is no big loss for Philadelphia in these moves. They became stronger. No need to say something about Paul George. He is playing at the same level. Drummond is a tough rim defender, and Caleb Martin and Yabusele are big potential, I think. Boston is starting to get scared from Philadelphia 76ers. Next news is Tobias Harris moved to Detroit Pistons. He is very talented and clever guy. He always stayed behind Joel Embiid. He was always a complementary player in Philadelphia. But right now, there is a chance for become a key player in Detroit. I expect a big rise from him. Next news is Tyus Jones moved to Phoenix Suns. Tyus Jones had a great performance last year, but this year he will play with Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, too many stars around him. I think he brings the ball and try to make score from wide open shots. Don't trust him too much for next year. Next news is Deni Avdija moved to Portland Trail Blazers. Portland has too many young potential in their roster like Sharp, Scoot Anderson, Klingon, and Anfernee Simons. I wonder his role in the team. It's really hard to comment without knowing how much he plays. Last news is my favorite one. Chris Paul signed 1-year contract with San Antonio Spurs. He will play with Victor Wembanyama. We will see too many alley-oops, too many pick and rolls next year. And also we know that Chris Paul is a very good teacher for young players. We know this his previous teams, like Houston, like Clippers. CP3 a preferred player for next season for fantasy basketball managers. We have come to the end of this broadcast. Thank you for watching me. Goodbye until the next program.